Hello everyone! Welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. I think we have, the last episode we covered was for Fallout 4 zombie gameplay, and I think we have played with all, or we have played all the modded, or we have tested all the mods that were part of the gameplay. And the biggest part was the zombies, so they were quite a challenge. And then all the weapons that we downloaded the mods for also came in. We also used some of them, and some of them were good, some of them were just mediocre. You know, it's just okay. And the ones that were really good ones, we used a lot. Anyway, so I think we have played enough of, or I felt we have covered enough of the modded game versions. Whilst modded Fallout 4 modded game version, and yet retain its level of stability. So anyway, I have been watching a lot of wuxia dramas, and therefore I feel this game was a Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13, not the 14 one, has been calling to me to replay it. I think we played it about 7 years ago. So maybe, I guess it's a good time to revisit it. And I love the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. The odd numbers, you know, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. That's a different team. The even versions are being handled by another team. And they have a different approach to the game. I prefer the odd-numbered ones. I enjoyed the even-numbered ones as well, but not as much as I enjoy the odd-numbered ones. And in the last time we played this 7 years ago, I don't think we ever did the tutorial, right? Because as far as I was concerned, I just jumped right in and play the game. And then learn from playing the game how the game mechanics works. But then my PS4 broke down, and I had to swap out a new one. I bought a new one, and so it gives me every reason to try this game again. And when I loaded it, I looked at the hero mode. This is supposed to be the tutorial mode, and I played a few of the sections. It turned out it's pretty in-depth. Anyway, without going much further into this, so I play it up to this guy. So that means it keeps going. And how many people have I played? Sorry about that. Sorry. So I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and apparently it just keeps going. And I was surprised at the level of detail it does. Or I mean, that's right. Again, hats off to the developers for the odd number ones. Like this one, the tutorial is actually very helpful. Anyway, let's do this episode. Yes. So I'm having a problem with my throat, so I'm not talking that much. So if not, I would have read this aloud. So Zhang Zhao started the Yellow Turban movement, and they controlled almost half the country. At this is the point where Liu Bei came out. So, yeah, you can read this on your own good time. You can by slowing down or pausing the gameplay or the video. But in reality, because Romance of the Three Kingdoms was based on the novel by Liu Guanzong, these three people, Liu Bei, Zhang Fei, and Guan Yu, the Sworn Brothers, were projected as the heroes of the period. Despite the fact that with the book, we will see that Liu Bei started away up in the northeastern area, and he was under the employ of first he was an independent, and then he has a small force, so he linked up with, I think I can't remember the warlord's name. He worked under those guys, and then when Dong Zhuo took over, he started at Pingyuan, yeah, which is also in the northeastern part, and then he got wiped out, and so I think he joined Yuan Shao, while Guan Yu joined Cao Cao, and then they linked up again. And then he took over, he was bequeathed Shapi, which is about in the Zhongyuan, in the middle part of China. And then he lost to Cao Cao again, and he had to flee all the way down, I think, to Shaochun. And then he lost that, and he had to flee to Xinye. And then Liu Biao gave him the central southern part of China. So even in the story of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, where the three brothers are projected to be the heroes of the period, Liu Bei and his two brothers are constantly losing. They will take over a town or city, and they'll lose it. Then they'll take over a town and they'll lose it. Constantly happening. It's like 3 or 4 times, and then they had to gain the support of the powers that be. At one time, what was I think Liu Yan or Ding Feng, who is the Ding Feng used to be the adopted father of Liu Bu, and then they lost that, and then they established themselves in Pingyuan. Then they lost that to Yuan Shao. Then they went down to where Dao Qian was, and Dao Qian bequeathed these eastern 3 cities to Liu Bei, which he promptly lost to Cao Cao, and he fled southward, and then from southward to the middle part of China, with Xinye. And then he had to go and seek the support of Liu Biao, where he was again given the central part. And that is when he came across Kongming or Zhuge Liang. And it was because of Zhuge Liang, one very smart guy turned these supposedly heroes of the land into finally a hero of the land, and they established the Shu Empire, or I should say the Shu Kingdom, which is in the southwestern part of China. So I have never had this. When I started playing Three Kingdoms, not knowing any better, I tried to play Liu Bei, and because he was supposed to be the romanticized hero of the period. And then it turned out, when I started reading more of the background, more of the history, it turned out that these 3 guys are actually losers. they keep losing one city after another. Please be aware that visiting an officer will progress time to the next day. If unsure how to progress, select confirm topic to receive an explanation. Okay, so this is teaching us how to do it. What the combinations of mechanics of the game is. So give Zhang Fei the refined liquor. Use town to visit Zhang Fei. Okay. Yeah, so this way it's, and this is the part that visits the town. This is the administration, or like the palace, and this is the town, and this is the gate. So if we want to leave, we go through the gate. If we want to discover anything in town, we choose this, and we use the D-pad to go up and down, left and right. So it helps us navigate in the city. So here it will ask, we're not supposed to do this. We're just visit the town. So in visit the town, we can investigate. That means we can look for people, look for talents. We can visit the person, buy specialty items, sell specialty items, or organize a banquet so that the heroes under you can meet, greet, and form relationships. Or we can form relationships with officers. If in the future we want, if they're not yet our vassals, we can invite them to be our vassal. So in this situation, we go and visit. We're gonna go visit Zhang Fei, not Guan Yu. We haven't met him yet.
Oh, 是你呀!
So we go talk to him.
听俺说几句.
And then introduce ourselves first, rather. So now we're now linked up with Guan Yu. Let's visit Guan Yu. You can also visit him using the relationship chart, and they tells us, and this is by pressing R2, the trigger finger, the right trigger, and it will have this chart come out. I think. I wasn't looking at it. And every time we visit somebody, now we can go up to the chart to Guan Yu.
打扰了，你来的正好。
So we don't want to do, yeah, we've. You receive word that refined liquor can be obtained in Beiping. So go there and get it. Okay, so now we need to move. Beiping, we need to go to Beiping. Okay, so in this case, when we press the right button, the right trigger, we can see the chart. So we can navigate this. See, chart. That's the chart we get. And a city information, tech, confirm topic. And also here, this is the request button. This is something I didn't know, to use this page to progress the request button. In my earlier two gameplay, in the initial gameplay tutorial and the Lubu campaign, I failed in many of the requests. You know, a request for a lost sword, a request for looking for somebody that has been a good friend of somebody else, all of those things. I did not know how to do that. So here, it was in this tutorial that I learned how to use the request button. So now we want, we want to go to Beiping, right? So we are currently in G. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that means, yeah, so we need to go to Beiping. And as such, so again, left shoulder button, and then the right stick allows us to move up and down, zoom in and zoom out. And then, and then the left stick allows us to navigate within the map. So again, what we can do is go here, press X, and we can go into the city, and then we need to go out, right? So here it says move, and we can move to Beiping here. Yes. Again, that teaches us how to get out of the city. And then we go. by specialty. Okay. So again, so here we go to this, and then we can come down here to buy specialty, and we are given this choice, and then we press X, and then we will have chosen the product, and then triangle to confirm, and now we've bought it. Now we go back to the gate and say move. We need to move back to G. So on the map, we are in the northeastern part of China. So when I said earlier was that they started here, the three brothers started here. They were given by merchants like 500 horses and money to be able to support 500 followers. And then from here, they started wandering, going up against the Yellow Turbans, but their force was very weak. Then when Dongzhuo took over Luoyang, which is right here, so they're very far from the high court. And when the land was distributed, Yuan Shao was over on this area, all of this. And so Liu Bei and his followers, I think there were now in a few thousand of them, they came and took over Pingyuan, while all the rest here was taken over by Yuan Shao. And then in the south, Cao Cao was taking over these properties. And then Sun Ce, started here, and then but he didn't do much during the Dongzhuo period, right? And then he after, anyway, that's another part of the story. So we need to come back down to G. Yes.
走吧。
Yes. Okay, and then again we go to this part so we can visit Zhang Fei.
哦，是你
And
呀、
then we can give him the gift now that we have the liquor.
打扰了，
您特意前来，真是
你来的正好，
没关系。
不可能啊！
有道理。
你有时间吧，请听我刘玄德一言。
Now he claims to be a
行了，先听俺说。
descendant.
为了终结乱世，
打扰了，
怎么会？
那就听听你。
So at least he was very glib, and he was able to convince
感谢。
Zhang Fei and Guan Yu to actually be his sworn brothers and follow his lead. He became the... So this is the very famous sworn brotherhood of the Three Kingdom period. The Three Garden, the sworn, the Peach Garden Oath.
就这样，三位豪杰在幽
So
州
they
相遇，
became
与桃园
sworn
秦
brothers.
在群雄割据的时代，
So this episode taught us how to exit, how to move around in the city. So we have finished this, and now we can go to Cao Cao's. Yes. So we finished the Peach Garden. Now we're going into Cao Cao's area, and again the same thing. So Dongzhuo took over.
曹操暗杀董卓失败后，
So he failed. He proposed to assassinate Dongzhuo. He borrowed the 7-star sword and used that as an excuse to present it to Dongzhuo, and hoping to get a chance to assassinate him. But Lu Bu was around, and he decided to run rather than risk his life.
说说你的见解吧。
是，
应该没关系，立即着手。
Oh, this is how to recruit persons. So they're going after Tianwei. So this is teaching us how to, use the orders, how to hire, how to manage our town or our city. So these are all game mechanics here. Again, so this is the gate. This is to inspect the city. Again, they have the same thing. Okay, buy specialties. So these will be available. And remaining funds, this is our funds. This is very different. The 1500 fund available here under remaining funds is our character's personal fund. It is very different from the portrait fund, which shows 3,300 gold. That is the state fund. So when we go into this merchant basis, we'll see 1500. And we can see our 1500 up in the upper left hand corner where we have Cao Cao's portrait, and 1500 is his fund, and he is currently the ruler of, I think this is Qianliu. Okay. So from here, we can use, again, the D-pad to navigate going out or going to the palace, to our palace. And then we can also navigate at the bottom by pressing square. We can switch the input to here. So here, that means this person over, this is our, we can see on the left edge of these two at the bottom left, it shows the crown, the traditional Chinese crown of the ruler on the left, at the left end of these two bars. So these are the two commands, because Cao Cao has a Cao Cao has a power of leadership of over 90. So right now he is at 101. So for any officers here, right? So he is the ruler. He has and the ruler is based on his leadership ability, and he has over 90, so he can issue two commands. So this is for the war minister position. If your war minister has a leadership of over 90, he will be able to do two commands. This is the domestic minister. So if he has a governance ability of over 90, then he will have two commands, if not just one command. This is the military minister. I think you have to have a war ability of over 90 to have two commands, if not only one command. So again, if we go back to the city officers, each city officer has a leadership ability, a war ability. Intelligence apparently doesn't come into play here, and a governance ability. So this one is determines how many, anytime determines 90 or better, gives you two commands. This one for the war minister position, 90 or better gives you ability to issue two military commands. And then the governance, this one is the domestic minister. So again, 90 plus and above will allow Cao Cao to give two, or anybody that is put in there that has 90 plus will be able to issue two commands. So in essence, pressing the square button, we can have a maximum of 8 commands going at any one point at any time. So there are 9 tasks being carried out at any one time. And then there will be another one to the right of this, So there will be a ninth one, and that will be from the troop level. Sometimes, no, not the troop level, from the captains, from our vassals that have not been given a position. Anyway, so let's go back to the city, right? Let's go back to the city, and we can go to the palace, and when we press X on the palace, here we have the same thing given to us. So that means here we can ask the council. These are domestic tasks. Here we can train, we can expand, we can deploy. No, this is, we can do commercial, we can do agricultural, and we can do what do you call this, cultural. Here we have 3 commands also. We can deploy, so that means we're going to war. We can train, and we can I think for fealty there is another command here. But and then strategic, this is for, I never use this much. Assignment, this is when we appoint ministers or governors. And then allot is when we give out items to our vassals. And materials is when we buy, sell. So all of these are also available. So if we press circle, so we're going back out here, right? So here, even here, so when we go out, those similar commands are also repeated here. We have this, we have the city, so we can go in, close in, or we can go out, and then we have this assignments, right? And then we have the allotment, we have materials. So materials, buy, sell, and redistribute. And then allot is to grant title, to award an item. Seize is that all items that our king, our empire or our kingdom has, automatically goes to the ruler. So if a ruler wants to give one of the items to one of his vassals, it has to be seized from him or removed from the ruler, and then go to the award version and give it to a vassal. Punish, and then okay, then we're back here. Allot materials. Okay, back. So this one is all about. Okay, now we need to go to the city, and we go here, and we can say personnel, right? And then we can look for hire. So we want to hire Dian Wei, and so these are all the people that are available for hiring. So these are from other. So this guy is a free person. I mean, he is currently residing in Chenliu, and so next to his portrait, the name Dian Wei, and next to it says loyalty is 0. So that means he is not serving anybody. Unlike if we go to Zhang Liao, we can see that Zhang Liao has affiliation of 100%, loyalty of 100%, and is affiliated with Luoyang. Here, Dian Wei is affiliated with Chenliu. That means this affiliation is where the person is currently at. So here we are asking, these are all the candidates, but he's 100%. So we're not have Lu Bu. We would like to get him, but we don't have any chance at all because his loyalty is the 100%. So Dian Wei is the only one available, and then using our D-pad, we come down here, and it says that these guys, all of these guys with the green item, can go and recruit him. This guy cannot. Cao Ang cannot. But these guys at the upper right corner has this recommended. So any one of them can go and get him. So again, I guess this is based on, and they're acquainted, right? This one.
有一个可用之才啊。
So this is based on. Oh, these are acquainted. These are not acquainted. So we can use.
我突然，好的。
And then so we have one of the king command, king task is already filled up. So we can do another one. Anyway, our timer went off, so I guess this would be a good place to cut the episode right here. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you join me in the next episode. Bye.